do. He blocked my shot on a floater, and the only thing you think he jumped, he just went like that and knocked it off the backboard. So it still catches you by surprise, the stuff that he does, just because of his stature out there. But
we both skinny, and I'm sure he said he watched me growing up, but he's his own player. I don't think I'm sure he watched so many great players in the league and try to emulate just about everybody. You could tell his enthusiasm for the game. You could tell that through the TV and playing against him. So he's his own player, person. He's going to create his own lane. Is much different than anybody who's ever played. I think he got at least 18 points off of like fast break layups, and then we switch in and he just being big in the paint over top of guys catching lobs. Like they played a great team game.
I've never seen anything like him, 7'4", 7'5". I don't know how tall he is. He's not 7'3", he's way taller than 7'3". So whoever say he's 7'3", that's a lie. But like at the end of the day, like you haven't seen anything like that. I haven't. Maybe you guys have seen. I don't think you guys have seen totally different situation. I don't think our position is even comparable. Like I came to the league out of nowhere. Like he's #1 pick. He's having a Rookie of the Year season. I don't know how much points. Probably 20+ points. I haven't been following this season, but like he's arguably one of the best players. Probably having one of the best rookie seasons ever. Like I remember when KD, I was watching up. Growing up, I was watching KD come to the league. Like when he came, he was incredible. Was average like 20. Then I watched LeBron. Then you watch Carmelo. Then you watch other players, and he's up there.
We're just seeing him for the first time, and you don't have the luxury of having a 7'4" scout team representative who can, be out there and, have a presence like he does. So he makes you think there's options out there and there's ways to kind of counter it, but you just can't do the same thing you normally do. He blocked my shot on a floater, and the only thing you think he jumped, he just went like that and knocked it off the backboard. So it still catches you by surprise, the stuff that he does, just because of his stature out there. But that last play, I probably would have tried to lay it up had the first half. When I got my shot blocked, had not been in my memory, and kicked it out, relocated. Like I said, there's counters and stuff. You just have to be very mindful of where he is, because if you just try to go through him or over top him, it's going to lead to nothing, really.
I've heard a lot of times people compare Victor Wembanyama to you if you were like 6 inches taller or something like that. Do you see that in his game?
Yeah, I don't see anybody else in this game. I mean, I know we both skinny, and I'm sure he said he watched me growing up, but he's his own player. I don't think I'm sure he watched so many great players in the league and try to emulate just about everybody. You could tell in his enthusiasm for the game. You could tell that through the TV and playing against him. So he's his own player, person. He's going to create his own lane. Is much different than anybody who's ever played. And you can try to compare, but he's going to carve out his own lane. I think he got at least 18 points off of like fast break layups, and then we switch in and he just being big in the paint over top of guys catching lobs. Like they played a great team game. He hit some threes there at the end, but for the most part, he didn't dribble much. He didn't, how many turnovers he had? 2 turnovers for the game. He usually had 4 or 5. So, he just catch and shoot, catch and finish. Just kept the game simple, and you see what he did tonight.
Already, right?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't scoring in the post, killing us in the post, per se. I mean, he's just killing us from like, that toss it up in the middle of the paint. He's 7'5". He's going to just finish over top of our smalls. And catch and shoots. He's tough, man. He's tough with that size and that shooting touch. So like I said, he didn't do much handling the ball or one-on-one action or posting us up. He just kept the game simple, and that's what great players do. I mean, they got first of all, they got length, and they got great players over there. I mean, they got young players that are going to have long careers in this league, and tonight they were looking for him. I seen him in transition. Trey Jones was 10 assists. He was looking for him tonight. Keldon was looking for him down there in the post when they switched. So they made it an emphasis to exploit his size against our smalls, and and get a few easy buckets there in the paint, and it paid off. He was able to hit a 3 at the end, because he seen the ball go through the rim, got a couple free throws, so he's a tough player. Look faster, stronger, look better than he did game 1, to be honest, and that's just from the hard work he's put in.
Victor is a kid that says he grew up watching you, idolizing you. What were your first impressions of him playing against him for the first time?
He's special. He's going to be an extremely good player. Got to stay healthy. He plays the right way. He plays to win. I don't know. I've never seen anything like him. 7'4", 7'5". I don't know how tall he is. He's not 7'3". He's way taller than 7'3". So whoever say he's 7'3", that's a lie. But like at the end of the day, like you haven't seen anything like that. I haven't. Maybe you guys have seen. I don't think you guys have seen everything. So the sky is the limit, and as long as you work hard and you keep on having a positive attitude, energy towards the game, everything that he dreams of is going to happen for him. But like I've seen him play. He played with my younger brother in ASVEL to play together. So I went and watched a couple of games, and I've seen him compete. And even there, I knew he's going to be special. But now see him, playing against NBA players and do the things that he's doing. It's pretty amazing.
When you were a teenager coming into the league like him, what are some of the things you had to go through and learn, and what got you to the point where you're
totally different situation. I don't think our position is even comparable. Like I came to the league out of nowhere. Like he's #1 pick. He's having a rookie of the year season. I don't know how much points. Probably 20+ points. I haven't been following this season, but like he's arguably one of the best players. Probably having one of the best rookie seasons ever. Like I remember when KD, I was watching up. Growing up, I was watching KD come to the league. Like when he came, he was incredible. Was average like 20. Then I watched LeBron. Then he watched Carmelo. Then he watched other players, and he's up there. When I came to the league, the first 8 games I did not even play. Like I wasn't, like he's not. But at the end of the day, like as long as you listen and you work extremely hard, you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose, man. And that's the mentality that works for me, but for him maybe something different. I don't know.
What's it like to play somebody who was a fan of yours growing up?
Is he a fan of mine? I don't know. Was he?
That's what this guy just said.
It's great, but I'll be very honest with you. Like hearing that, you kind of let your guard down, And I believe in 5 years from now, maybe a few years from now, there's going to be more players that they're fan of me, and at the end of the day, I gotta compete against them, and like the league is not getting easier; it's getting harder. And these kids, when they're coming in, they're getting even better and better and better and better. And we are getting older and older and older. It's a great compliment to know that he was a fan of me. But like, man, he's gonna be great in this league. And when I'm done with this league, I'm gonna be watching and probably I'm gonna be a fan of him too.
What kind of advice would you give him for the off season in terms of getting stronger?
I don't think that he has to get stronger. I'll be honest, I don't think he can affect the game. He's averaging 20+ points without actually being stronger. Like sometimes maybe when you get stronger, you lose your fluidity. At the end of the day, I think the best advice I'd give him, like figure out a way to stay healthy, because it's a very big body. You gotta stay healthy. Keep on enjoying the game of basketball. And do not fall into this bubble of I have to do this, I have to be that, I have to perform like this, I have to play this way. What do you want? I want to play this way, I want to perform, I want to be the best player. Enjoy the game, stay healthy, and don't fall into in the bubble of you have to do stuff.
Somebody I grew up watching, and one of the greatest players in the world, so it's always extra motivation, and I know I'm a competitor, so I want to go at everyone and be the bad guy on the court, you know. So it was a great matchup.
You mentioned that Giannis grew up watching. Is he someone you look to emulate, to copy, or do you feel like that's not how you operate?
Of course, I mean, I'm trying to gain knowledge and from as many great players as they are, you know. And Giannis is one of them, one of the players I watch the most, of course. So by the way, he like with the way he uses his body, he makes 100% of what he can do with his body. So it's of course something I looked up to, and I still do. So it's a player I know pretty well. And the Bucks is probably also the team I've watched the most in the past 3-4 years.
Giannis, just asked Giannis what advice he might have for you, and he said, "You don't need any advice." How does that make you feel? He thinks you're already on the right path.
I mean, you know, it's. I think I need some advice, of course, from the coaches and from, you know, some great people we got here. But I think what he means was, you know, I don't need to change anything totally, you know, in me. And you know, I appreciate that he recognizes I'm I'm healthy physically and mentally, so I know I'm on the right path. But it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what he did say, was to stay healthy.
Yeah, thanks.